Good morning, Summerswood, and welcome to our Monday Assembly. Today is Monday, the 11th of November, 2024, the 11th of the 11th. And today at 11 o'clock, we will be pausing for 2 minutes. So you'll be watching this video before 11 o'clock. So at 11 o'clock, we can stop, and I'm going to tell you why we'll be pausing at that time. I'm going to read you a story. The book is called Alive with Poppies, written by Thomas Roberts and illustrated by Sharon Renter. Alive with poppies for remembrance, we all fall silent at the hour. But what's the meaning of this moment? Why do so many wear a flower? Hardly more than 100 years ago came a call impossible to ignore. A global conflict was emerging, and too the rumblings of war. People then lived lives just like ours. They played, they worked, they chased their dreams. Although the life they knew was changing, the world unraveled at its seams. They were sent to unfamiliar countries with still so much to live and learn. They waved goodbye to those who loved them and knew they may never return. It wasn't that they wished for conflict. They kept up hope that it would cease. They put their bodies in danger so that in time we'd live in peace. So many young and brave and hopeful fought for a world they'd never know. And fields once green, now stained with blood, became the place where poppies grow. Neither you nor I can truly know how they endured the hand they were dealt. But on this day and in this moment, we can try to imagine how they felt. There was a soldier who was also a poet in Flanders Field, 1916, and he penned a poem rich and haunting about the poppies he had seen. And through the symbol of that flower, those who survived could dare to hope and would commemorate the fallen, now through stories that they spoke. It was a poppy for their contribution, since every human life is equal, a reminder that the war to end all wars must never have a sequel. But barely more than 2 decades later, once again the shrapnel fell. And once again brave souls would go to fight, to face their last farewell. But they kept believing through the darkness that in their time the day would come, the day the fight that they endured would, like all things, one day be done. From then till now, we've still known conflict, and we've still known loss of life, and still so many men and women have made the utmost sacrifice. Because the call never goes unanswered, any time our values meet with a threat, and in the light of that, we still mark silence as we give thanks and pay respect. That's why today we wear a poppy, for battles past to modern day, and while courage guides our hearts and minds, that can never slip away. It is why our hope must never falter. It is why I even dare to dream that 100 years and more from now, children will still know what it means. And on their path to peace and progress, each one of them will always know the story of the way that park was built and the ones who made it so. So, on this day, alive with poppies, with petals red and leaves of green, a symbol echoing a sacrifice, a memory guarding what it means. We share this moment for remembrance. We remember all who came before, as through remembrance we honour them and hold that hope forevermore. The author wrote a note about his story, and he wrote, I once asked my grandmother, born in 1929 in the Welsh Valleys, about her memories of the Second World War. She recalled a night, aged 12, when her father took her to the pictures cinema, and as they left, she could hear the distant bombs falling on Swansea, lighting up the night sky. Last year, my sister gave birth to a lovely little boy named Felix, who spent his first Christmas in the arms of his adoring great-grandmother before her passing in early 2024. Through this story of remembrance, my hope is to express gratitude to all who lived lives of service and sacrifice, while holding on to hope that future generations need not endure the same. So this morning at 11 o'clock, we will be taking time to think about those who have looked after our country and made sure that we do live somewhere safe. Thank you to everybody who's purchased poppies, whether they were slap bands or ones that you can tie onto your zip or ones that you stick onto your coat. Buying those puts money back into the service to help those people who have been looking after our country and who may need a little bit of extra help today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for doing the 2 minutes silence later on this morning.